Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Group in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for June 17, 2022. This is Record Store Day Drop Week. So, yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. First, some announcements, some pre-orders, how we're going to handle Record Store Day. I'll get that all out of the way first, and then I'll show you what came in this week. It was actually a decent amount of stuff considering Record Store Day week, pre-week, the week before and the week after are typically really light. They kind of focus all their attention on the drop. In the vinyl world anyway. So yeah, let's show you that in a minute. They announced a new box set by Blondie. This is essentially the first 6 albums, and it seems like there's going to be like a massive amount of outtakes, unreleased material, a good amount of it. So there's a big like an Uber box set which has everything in it, all the outtakes, the whole 9. And then they're also doing a 4 LP box set with is like the best of the outtakes. So it looks pretty solid for you Blondie fans. I'm a huge Blondie fan. I'm actually really looking forward to it. Not the albums. I don't really care about the albums, but I want to hear all those outtakes. And I don't think they've ever done a Blondie box set. Not on vinyl. So that's going to be pretty in demand. Their catalog is pretty extensive. And I actually, like I said a couple weeks ago, I dig the later albums. I dig the earlier albums. There's a few in the middle that I wasn't a huge fan of. Mostly when she was doing her solo career, I think her solo stuff was better than the band stuff. But yeah, so those 2 are on the website for pre-order. They come out August 26th, so a couple months. 3 Elton John pre-orders. Regimental Sergeant Zippo, which was a Record Store Day only titles, coming out July 8th. And then Peachtree Road and The One. Those are 2 titles. The One, I've been saying to myself for years, like, why is that particular title not in print? I think that's probably his best album in the last 35 years. Came out in the 90s, maybe 40 years. You probably got to go back to the 70s. Maybe Too Low for Zero if you're an Elton fan. I'm an Elton fan. Too Low for Zero was probably his last great album, except for The One. But The One, Peachtree Road, and the Regimental Sergeant Zippo are all on the website for pre-order. Those are coming out July 8th. Okay, so if you're on the website, you might have noticed I did another kind of refreshing of the website. I did it once before. We had some issues. I had to roll it back to the older design. I kind of did some stuff again. Minor tweaks. I mean, we're not talking like wholesale changes or anything. It's more like an aesthetic change. But there's some cool functionality of the website. I think it's cleaner. Sold Out is a little bit nicer where it displays that. Also, you can search by label on the top. If you go to the top bar, you can search by label. You can also search by brand. We carry a lot of brands, equipment-wise and expanding. Some of it's on the website, not all of it right now, but you can focus by brand, you can focus by label, and that's pretty much just the audiophile label. So like your Mobile Fidelity, your Impex, Pure Pleasure, Speakers Corner, Analog Productions, that kind of stuff is available to drill down to. But, I got a lot of blowback on the last website, and I use your guys' feedback to kind of roll back that website. So let me know what you think in the comments of this website. I really want to get your feedback. I haven't gotten any emails about it yet, but I haven't heard anything one way or the other. Last time I was getting a lot of emails like, what did you do to the website? This is horrible. Fix it now, please. It's unusable. It wasn't that bad, but people were saying it was. But please tell me what you think in the comments. This week, this is kind of something. So I did a video, what was it, a month and a half, it was titled The Best Way to Clean Records in the World. Not the cheapest way to clean records in the world, but the best way to clean records in the world. A lot of people really dug it. Some people kind of gave me some blowback. Like, look, Mike, we don't all have $6,500 to buy an ultrasonic record cleaner. We don't have the time, whatever the case might be. But, that was titled The Best Way to Clean the best way in the world to ultrasonically clean your records. I started a new service. We now will ultrasonic. A lot of people ask for this, so I really, really take your guys' comments, and you guys kind of drive the direction of this business to a large degree, and that's the reason I started doing this. A lot of people have asked for it. They want their records pre-cleaned. I offered it to my locals for 8 years, but a lot of people have wanted to add that as an option. So now if you go onto the website, below every product, you have the ability to add ultrasonic cleaning to your order. It's priced per a disc, so if you get a double, make sure you add 2 cleanings to your cart. If you get a box set with 9 discs, you got to add 9 cleanings to your cart. It's time consuming. It takes 10 minutes a record. And I'll kind of show you, this is actually from an order I got sitting over here that's going out tomorrow. This is a Monkeys record. This is how I do it. We slit the side. This is exactly what I do for my own records to the T. The Japanese sleeve, I mean, everything. This is exactly how I clean and store records in my collection. So I'm going to cut the side open. I'm going to leave all the hype stickers, which actually this hype sticker was put on backwards. Price tags, I leave all that on. I leave the shrink on. Each record goes into a 10-minute ultrasonic bath. I put them in mobile fidelity inner sleeves, and then it's stored on the back of the jacket using this Japanese, authentic Japanese sleeve. It's not a Chinese knockoff. I sell those, but for this purpose, you're going to get a true Japanese sleeve, and it's going to get mailed to you this way. So we're going to ultrasonically clean it. I'm going to inspect the record to make sure there's no defects. If it's something, I will not send it to you. I will, of course, crack open another one. It's happened once, you know, so far, to where I've actually had to crack open another record because the record that I pulled out had a massive amount of no-fill. But I'll inspect a record, check it out. It's only me or another guy that's going to be doing this. So me or Ben, we're going to inspect the record, clean it, zip it up like I showed you here, and then we're going to send it out. If it's something that you bought the last one of, we'll probably have to contact you and let you know what we saw. But that is an option. Not the cheapest thing in the world, but it's time consuming, and we are now doing it. So for those who do not have time to ultrasonically clean your records, or you don't want to buy a machine that costs $6,500 and then have to maintain it, maintain the fluids and all that, we're doing it for you here. So it's an option. Also, we open for Record Store Day this week. Record Store Day drop, 8 o'clock in the morning. A lot of locals have asked. A lot of people online have asked. 8 o'clock we open up, but we're also doing a live stream again. So tune in at 8 o'clock till we close. So it's 8 to 7, so 11 hours. We'll be on the YouTubes doing a live stream. So you can check us out. It's been fun doing them. It's one of my favorite things about Record Store Day now are the live streams. I get a kick out of them. Oddly enough, I do the Record Store Day. I'm here the whole time. I monitor the questions. But for a couple weeks after Record Store, I actually have a good time going back and checking out the comments. It's a ride. You get 500 to 800 people at a time watching and commenting, and the chat room is by far and away the best part about it. But we'll be live streaming. It's a lot smaller. You saw the Record Store Day unboxing video I did, or the kind of what we're getting video. It's a small amount, but we're still going to do a live stream. Kind of an excuse to do a live stream. This week's new arrivals, finally, after, what was this delayed? Maybe a year and a half this was delayed. Bill Evans, Trio 65. Trio 64 and Trio 65 were supposed to come out simultaneously. Something happened, production related, and 65 got pushed back, but it is finally here. All analog. This was done by, what, Ryan Sterling? I think this was Ryan Sterling. It doesn't say on the hype sticker. Not sure, but I want to say this was done by Ryan Sterling. Tip-on jacket. It says Stoughton on the cover. This might be an old hype sticker because I know recently Universal has been using a different company for their jackets. Still the glossy, heavy cardboard. Slightly different look and feel to it, but it's very, very close. But there's a huge paper shortage going on. But the hype sticker says Stoughton, but it doesn't feel like it. Not that it's a big deal one way or another. It's still a very high quality cover. But I got that back finally in stock. So I know a lot of guys pre-ordered that like a year and a half ago. So your pre-order is going to finally ship out. The wait is over. No more waiting. This has been really popular. These are great, man. The Lost Recordings. This is a company that kind of like specializes in digging through like European radio stations and tape archives and putting out unreleased stuff. Art Blakey. This is live, 1958. This was the first one when we got it last time. These sold out immediately. This is really them touring, probably Moaning, because they're doing Moaning on it. So this might even have been before the release of Moaning. I want to say Moaning came out in 59. This is live in 58. So maybe they just recorded Moaning and they started touring some of it. But this sounds fantastic. But they do Moaning on this. They do Night in Tunisia. Now is the time. So it's a, really solid set list, double disc. It comes in like that soft touch textured jacket. But these are really, dynamite. This sounded really good too. Most, a lot of live recordings you get from this era just sound, would be the best way to describe it. Historical, yes. awesome to be able to go back in time and hear those, yes, but not great sounding. And this is really good sounding. Okay, so Art Blakey, we've got Ella Fitzgerald is another one of the titles. So this was a huge restock. This was just kind of like a huge conundrum. A lot of the European labels have changed distribution lately. So Sam's Records, the Lost Recordings, Speaker's Corner have all changed the way they distribute records. So it's no longer you purchase things from one person, you got to get it from another guy. So there's been a lot of delays, revolving around these particular titles. Sarah Vaughan, this is what, live in 61? Or no, excuse me, Ella Fitzgerald live in 61. Dave Brubeck, live at the Kurhaus, 1967. Of course, by this time, we probably got Take 5 on this and every concert that came after Time Out. It's a pretty solid set list as well. Does Someday My Prince Will Come as well. And this is the Sarah Vaughan live in 1975. So these are really highly recommended. The Art Blakey, of course, being my favorite. But very nice. I think the Sarah Vaughan, I saw somebody paying 150 to 200 bucks. People were buying, actually all of these titles were like selling on the secondary market like 100 to 200 bucks a piece, even though it's not a limited edition. So a lot of people felt they couldn't wait and ponied up, I guess. Restock from Impex, A Whisper of Love, Ayako Hoshikawa. This is a single disc, 33 RPM, part of the absolutely legendary Three Blind Mice label, and one of my absolute favorite audiophile reissue labels, Impex. They just do, I mean, I can't speak more highly of a label, but they do absolute dynamite work, including even down to the heavy, thick, resealable sleeve they give you as part of, as part of the purchase. So I got a limited number of those, not a huge amount. Okay, new arrivals, restocks, new arrival, some more new arrivals. Music on vinyl, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Spirit. Goosebumps. Soundtrack, let's see, Danny Elfman, original soundtrack by Danny Elfman, 2 LP, 180 gram colored vinyl, Horrorland variant. Pretty nice, it has this textured title. This is by Waxwork Records. And our weekly King Gizzard Wizard Lizard record, King Gizzard Wizard, King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard. This is, what's the title of this? Quarters? Look at that, recycled black vinyl. Everybody's favorite, recycled vinyl. And I'm your Mind Fuzz on some more recycled vinyl. They come in this generic paper, it looks like recycled paper cardboard, in order to prevent damage in shipping and in the bins. I actually put this loose shrink on it to try to prevent it from getting marred up or, people in the bins looking at the record. So yeah, some more Wizard Lizard Gizzard. Sun Ra, Calling Planet Earth. Let's see, recorded in 1971, Denmark. Pressed on audiophile grade vinyl at Palace in Germany. This is an ORG title. Love me some Sun Ra. We are going to be taking that home. This is a restock of something that should have been in print a long, long time ago, but Tool's Opiate, under $10. So this will not last very long. This was always an extremely popular seller, but it's been out of stock for so long. I don't know why this is in here. I have no faith that this is a new arrival, but Sufjan Stevens, Carey, and Lowell. I'm almost positive this is something that has been in stock for a long, long time. Who knows? Maybe it's a color variant. Don't know. Hank Williams. Oh man, makes me think about football every time I hear the name Hank Williams Jr. And it's coming soon for you football fans. Let's see, legendary country legend delivers a staggering raw display of blues at his finest. This is Rich White Honky Blues. Ooh, Rich White Honky Blues. So we have two different versions of it. This is version A because the hype sticker doesn't say anything. So we're going to assume that's probably just black vinyl. And we've got the indie retail exclusive. This is golden black splatter vinyl. So you can now buy your limited edition splatter vinyl version of Rich White Honky Blues. Woo! Exciting! Football. I'm waiting. All right. Loyal Bros compilation. Only the Family Entertainment presents. Let's see. Yep. We got that there. Not much else I can tell you. Throwing Muses. Sun Racket. Really nice die cut cover. We've got Rolling Blackouts. Endless Rooms. These are kind of on the pricier side, but I imported them because they are going to sell. They're going to be popular. Partly because in the United States, we only have picture discs of these Disney soundtracks. These are European imports that are not picture discs, they're on vinyl. So we got the soundtrack to Aladdin. Yeah. On ocean blue vinyl. On red vinyl, we've got Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So not picture disc, classic covers, vinyl, colored vinyl as opposed to plastic picture disc. These are going to be popular. Bambi on green vinyl. We've got Hercules. Let's see, on transparent orange vinyl. Lilo and Stitch, which actually Hercules and Lilo and Stitch. Actually, a few of these probably aren't even on US picture discs. I know the Aladdin is. So Lilo and Stitch. So yeah, they're good to have in the store at the very least. That's a pretty common purchase for, a kid's first vinyl record. I see it all the time. They don't mind the picture discs, but I prefer to sell them something that sounds better. Start them off right, you know what I mean? North Lane, Obsidian. This is 2LP. I'm assuming that little 2LP sticker with the red is 2LP red vinyl. That would be a guess. It doesn't really specify that, but probably safe to say. Nashville Pussy, Eaten Alive. New pressing with a mini poster. We've got Lazy... Whoop. A lot of box sets as well this week. Lazy Bone. It's not a game. Actually, there's 4 box sets that came out this week. Chromeo Live. 90 minutes of uncut funk with full live band. Limited edition Oceana Blue triple vinyl. I want to hear this. I want to hear what 90 minutes of uncut funk sounds like. Could be good. Okay, so we now have the Queen Greatest Hits Platinum Collection. So essentially this is Greatest Hits 1, 2, and 3 in a 6-disc box set. So yeah, it's a beefy box set. A lot of hits, a lot of, not so hits. So for every Bohemian Rhapsody, we have The Invisible Man. So yeah. This looks like a variation of some kind because I actually put a barcode over the barcode on the box. Let's see, maybe because it's on colored vinyl. So 680 gram colored LPs. I don't know if that's an indie exclusive or what the deal is, but you've got some exclusive artwork on the jackets and 6 different color records. So that looks, pretty good. Let's see, it would have been nice to have a little Queen vinyl in stock when the movie was out, because it was pretty much every single Queen record when that movie was popping was like a $100 bill. The Notorious it makes me wonder, with that new Elvis movie coming out, are we going to have like a huge run on Elvis records? I kind of hope so. That would be cool. The Notorious B.I.G. Life After Death 20th Anniversary Super Deluxe Edition of the final studio album from Biggie Smalls. 8 LPs. Holy cow, I want to see how I got to read this now. I'm curious how they milked 8 LPs out of this one album. Let's see, we got the original 1997 album plus 12-inch mixes. versions available on vinyl for the first time in 25 years. Just sounds like we got all kinds of different variations, club mixes, instrumentals, radio edits. Yeah, and the discs, you know, the album itself looks like it's 3 of those discs, so yeah. Ugh. Yeah, it's a lot of life after death. Okay, so the Notorious B.I.G. Okay, now we have the deluxe edition box set of Asia in Asia, which came out last week. But now we've got the full Monty version, which is a double disc. We got DVD. Let's see, we've got it on CD. We've got tchotchkes, book, memorabilia. Reasonably priced for, you know, the size of the box set and what it includes. Let's see, there's an audio Blu-ray containing Restore MTV telecast. It looks pretty good. If you're an Asia fan, you're probably going to dig this. It's a pretty solid box. And the latest from the Depeche Mode box sets that they've been doing. So this is going to be, what is this, Exciter. These are numbered. It doesn't say what they're numbered to. I don't know if they've announced the quantity on any of these. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 8 12 inches in here. But yeah, typically these have been popular. This is number 2246. So yeah, that is it for this week's new arrival video. A lot of stuff coming out this week between this week's new arrival video, between record store day. It's going to be a poppin' record store, you know, week. Then we go into kind of like the summer. You know, for music, it's pretty popular, but for weather-wise in Arizona, it kind of slows down a little bit. I want to say it was 113 today, 114 today. So a lot of people not spending too much time outside, record shopping, driving around. But, you know, people say, how do you do it? How do you live in Arizona? It was 71 degrees in the store all day because the ACs were just pumping out ice-cold goodness. So, yeah, that's it. Check us out online, www.theingroove. Until next time.